traffic jam all by yourself after all I just got paid and the DOT takes it all away. Isolated on these streets, the one person I stop to meet has a badge on his chest. He pushed my face into the street. I just say, just sign the fine. My one and only crime is driving all night to make my load on time.
I've been out here for 10 years. I'm third generation, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. Trucking's getting to the point now where guys just don't want to drive anymore. I'm hanging it up myself.
What is it? The companies just want you there faster? Is there more laws, or?
That's the regulations. It's the rookies that do come out here. They're not truly trained, and then you got to turn around and deal with the bureaucracy. And I'm not so much into politics. It's just, you know, cops have to do what they have to do, and then it turns around and the legislation turns around and just makes more and more legislation to the point where we can't turn around and make a living.
It's very important for the truck drivers to follow the rules and regulations that we have set in place. They're set in place for a reason, and drivers sometimes have a hard time following that, but they are set there for a reason. It's to keep the public, you know, safe out there on the highways day in and day out.
Generally, the DOT is trying to promote safety is the main thing, but I believe that there's a monetary thing behind all of it.
Yeah, so I've been driving for about, well, I got about 2.5 years of experience. I've only been with this company for about 9 to 10 months now, but I started when I was 21 years old. And yeah, I started when I was 21. I just drove because I wanted to travel, and then I went back to college, I went back to school, and now I graduated, and now I needed a job to pay off my college loans. And truck driving, I still had my CDL, and truck driving is one of those jobs. It's really easy to get a job as a trucker. So truck driving is a little bit harder than people think. You know, not everybody can deal with it, the isolation, and you know, I've once went 2.5 months on the road, and that's two and a half months of talking to nobody but myself. Not everybody can do this.
Throughout the 1990s, truck drivers traveled over 150 billion miles each year, the equivalent of going to the sun and back 80 times. Interstate or long-distance drivers account for approximately 73% of the ton miles driven each year. These workers face many hazards on the road and must often travel through congested areas, mountainous terrain, and difficult weather conditions. They usually remain on the road for weeks and sometimes months, enduring boredom, fatigue, and loneliness. It is not uncommon for a driver to spend up to 3 months on the road. Without time off, this can be hard on marriages. Long-haul truck drivers have the 4th highest divorce rate in the United States.
About 511 there.
Oh God.
Yeah, tired. But yeah, my novels are up here. I also got a little Game Boy right here that I play. Here's my little refrigerator.
This is where you live?
This is where I live.
How long have you been truck driving?
A month and a half.
A month and a half? How do you like the job so far?
Oh, it's tough because I'm away from my family all the time.
It's been tough for me. I lost my marriage. Lost my family. Just away from home too much, trying to pay my mortgage, trying to put food on the table and these sorts of things. So I've lost my marriage, but it's a job, and I've been doing it now since 2001. Would I do it again? Probably not.
You know, I used to. Not anymore. Yeah, not no more. She couldn't handle me being gone all the time. Yeah, it sucks. So, I'm here in Las Vegas, and I got here last night, but they can't get me unloaded until Monday. It's Thursday, so I have to spend 3 days doing nothing. And I'm gonna have to go spend some money. I have no choice, really. I don't know what else I'm gonna do for entertainment. I have to spend 3 freaking days here. 3 freaking days in Vegas. I don't know. Might be kind of cool, but yeah, I'm not gonna make any money. I'm gonna lose money, but yeah, that's the way it goes. This happens all the time.
Do you feel you're appreciated as a trucker?
I think that people hate truck drivers.
Do you feel truck drivers are appreciated in this country?
Nope, we're not.
Do you like your job?
I love it, but now I'm going to quit. I'm going to become excuse me, I'm about to become a lawyer.
Now, a lot of people think we're uneducated and a bunch of scumbags, which is far from the truth. I am very qualified. I've achieved a lot. I choose to drive a truck because I like it. You know, it gives me a lot of freedom to see the country and stuff. But yeah, we get a lot of slack. It's not fair. I mean, we deliver all the products to keep this country moving.
8:30 in the morning, and I gotta do my pre-trip inspection, and that's what that is I just walk around and I check every single little detail about this truck on the exterior and underneath the hood and everything like that to make sure that this truck is worthy to drive. So that's what I'm about to do right now. Truck. Okay. So I just did my pre-trip inspection. Now it's now the time is 9:19. Now we're just gonna fill out our log books, and they'll be taken off to check this entire truck. It would literally take about 30 to 45 minutes, which it did today. And but we're only gonna put 15 minutes down. Here we go. So here it is. We put 15 minutes down when literally it took about half an hour for me to check this truck. There's my pre-trip inspection. I'm on the rest area right now. I'm in a welcome center in Oregon, and it took 15 minutes. And literally it took about half an hour. That's how it is. So this happens every day.
I've seen some bad crashes. You know, maybe it's for fatigue. Who knows? Very rarely it's mechanical failure. It's human error. People cutting you off, driving right by your trailer, using your trailer as a sunshade. You know, my advice to anybody out there that doesn't drive a truck: stay away from us, because you'll get blowouts. Can happen. Anything can happen, and I've seen it happen. I've seen, you know, for instance, I was pulling doubles a long time ago for a roadway package service, and a big gust of wind just took my back trailer and swung it around right into the lane next to me. And if there was another truck there or a car, it would have been an accident. And I've been in situations where people follow me, and they'll be right there by the back axle, by the back rear tires, which are recaps 99% of the time, and they blow out all the time. So for the sake of safety, just stay away from us trucks and, you know, give us some room. You know, that's about all I could say.
I kid you not. I drive through LA and I drive through Seattle. LA is a lot better than Seattle, and I guarantee you that one. Portland is just as bad as Seattle is. But here it comes down to is that I can turn around within all that rush hour traffic going 20, 30 miles. I turn around and kill 2 gallons of fuel just for downshifting and constant keeping the RPMs going to keep slowing my truck down, because everybody keeps cutting me off. And every time you get a car that cuts the truck off, he's got to back off another 20 yards. And so when you turn around and get 5 cars in front of that truck just lost 100 yards.
Got rear-ended by tweakers the other night. That was pretty annoying. It just screws up my whole day. I got to take my time off to take care of things because of things they did. But
The trucks can't maneuver so quickly, and they can,
just
yeah.
The fact they weren't paying attention. That we were going down the interstate, and they came up right behind me and hit me. So, I don't know what one of them got arrested, but it's just annoying paperwork you got to deal with, and dealing with the cops. So.
Now I'm releasing my brake there. You push it in to release it. There it goes. Here we are. Now we are ready. Hope you guys are ready. So, this truck weighs 80,000 pounds, or it can weigh 80,000 pounds. Today it weighs about 78,000 pounds. That's almost 40 tons. That's about 39 tons, actually. It's about 39 tons. This truck and trailer can stretch out to about almost 70 feet in length. And my truck has a governor cutoff at 65 miles per hour. Most trucks don't have governor cutoffs, but this is a company truck, so and it has about 9 gears. You're gonna see 9 gears here. You know what stops 39 tons going at 65 miles per hour? Nothing. This thing will go right through a building. There it goes. Going about 30 miles per hour now. Yeah, I risk my life out here all the time. $40 miles per hour. And 55 miles per hour. There we go, 60. But you know what? We're in Oregon right now, so it's illegal for me to go this fast, so I gotta slow down. I just wanted you to see how long it took to gain up to 60 miles per hour. A big truck like this does everything a little bit slower, you know? I'm in Northern California. I'm about 25 miles away from Redding, California. And it sucks. Yeah, right there. Freaking sucks. Look at this crap. Yep, nothing broken big time. I'm here on the side of the freaking road. My tire just popped and yeah, I got a blowout and I don't even know if I can even make it on this load on time now because they cut it so close for time. So, I'm here in Redding, California. My tire's still blown out, and I just took to the shop folk at this truck stop. And I'll be able to get it fixed today, hopefully. And yeah, hopefully. I've worked already about an hour on this, and that's an hour of work I won't get paid for. But that's completely normal, so. There, this is a $500 fine. Yeah, but I have these novels up here. You know, I have better novels up here. I mean, I don't read these. This is just where I keep them. I actually keep them up here, but you know, because these legally have to be in grabbing distance. These books have to, they have just like your log books. They have to be grabbing distance. You know, and for those to drop on the ground there like that, that's $500 fine.
Have you ever been fined?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I've been fined.
Yeah, by the DOT, yes.
A couple of times for speeding tickets.
Fined? Yeah, I've been fined.
Yes.
Did you pay it?
Yes.
Why?
That's the only way you keep your driver's license.
Fines vary. You know, it can go from one end of the spectrum. You know, each day there'll be some days when we, you know, depending on the fines, we have so many different ones, from seat belts to overweight to load securement. Variation of fines, you know, can be in the hundreds every day to thousands. You know, one overweight ticket can change that by $5,000 or $6,000, $7,000 easily, just one ticket. Largest dollar amount would probably be, and you know, I can't say that it was issued by the state, but the largest one that I heard of was in excess of right around $10,000.
I've actually paid about $900 to the state in the past 5 weeks.
Yeah, they strapped our industry pretty hard to where we're totally regulated by the federal government. They have total control over us, our driving hours, our working hours.
So today I'm going to once again show you the difference between reality and bureaucracy, and I'm not even halfway done with the day, but I'm going to show you what it's like just to do one load, a simple 575 mile load, small load, and I'm not even done with the day, but it's about noon. The date is April 19th, 2007, and if everything goes exactly typical for the truck driver, I should have a lot to talk about, including this. This is the starting of the day, and bureaucracy shows me waking up about 7:15, which in reality, I actually woke up right here at 6 a.m. and started to get unloaded. Which is illegal. I did not have a 10-hour break. I just got to the shipper. I showed up on time. I did exactly what my boss told me to do. And the guy at the guard shack told me that they're not going to be ready until 7 o'clock. Right now it's about 1 o'clock. Right there, that's me. Right there. 1 o'clock. And that's 6 hours. That's 6 hours of BS that I am not going to get paid for, that I just have to sit here and do nothing. I'm going to get, it's about 10 hours today alone of work that I will do, that I will not get paid for. It's about 8-ish right now. They were ready at 7. I had to take that to load and backtrack a tad. And because I knew that there was a rest area, truck stop, where they had a scale. I had to go get scaled out, and I found out that I'm legal here, so I'm perfectly legal. Got they only put about 30,000 on, so. But another hardship has kind of come my way. With the way I've gone so far, this is today's log. By law, you have to stop after 14 hours. No matter what happens, you have to have 10 hours off and 14 hours on. No matter what happens after that 14, it doesn't matter if you were loaded in Vegas and you spent the entire day in Vegas. After 14 hours after you log on, you have to stop by law. So because if I leave my log like this, I am only gonna make like $3. So what we're gonna do is we're going to cheat, and what I've done is I've created an exact same day. 419, 419. It's the same thing. The only thing is, this one says that I wake up at 11:30, which means I'm legally allowed to go to sleep at 2:30 in the morning. About 2:30 in the morning, which means I'll be able to drive at least 150 miles tonight, which that's exactly what I need. So yeah, I have to drive. If I want to make this load on time, I have to drive 150 miles. So on that note, just a quick little thing. This right here, bureaucracy cannot see this. I have to throw this away right now. I'm at a truck stop. I just got weighed, which me getting weighed out took about 18 miles, which I have to remind myself, I have to put on this piece of paper, I have to subtract at least 18 miles from the many miles I put in the amount of miles I drive for the entire day. I have to subtract whatever miles I actually get. And this little piece of bureaucracy has to completely be gone. Right there, it has to be out. This does not exist. This piece of paper right here, I have to throw this away right now. So this is going in my trash. And yeah, I just cheated. Thousands of dollars worth of truck driving fines.
We used to could split our sleeper berth time up so that we could take a nap in the afternoon. And that's what I was kind of accustomed to, and now we're not allowed to do that anymore. And
do you think that's better and safer the old way, or?
I honestly don't feel as safe now as I did before.
Do you feel that it's ever increasingly harder to get your load on time and obey all the laws that are on the road?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because they keep making laws that are hard to comply with and make a living. And they don't necessarily always have a lot of common sense attached to them.
So, we're about to hit a weight scale right here. Every time I hit a weight scale, I usually take off my sunglasses and try to brush myself off and make myself like less intimidating, you know, because you don't want to intimidate these guys, you know, you don't want to intimidate a cop. Oh, thank goodness. That sign that says slow 3 miles per hour. Sometimes, you know, sometimes that sign will say park and bring in your papers. And when it does that, they're gonna inspect you, and it's drama. Oh, crap, not again. Damn waste. Oh, thank God. 3 times I've had to go to the waste scale.
you get stopped almost every day. Almost every day you get stopped, unless it's a weekend. But you don't get stopped 3 times. That's just kind of bizarre. There it goes. Here comes one of the cops right now. Make it. Sweet. Oh, jeez. Oh, I made it. Every time you get one through one of those, you know, those government weight scales, I mean, it's like a small victory, you know? I've been scaled out twice today.
As automated enforcement increases, we are sure to see an increase in fines also. Most automated enforcement programs are for red light violations. However, the use of automated enforcement for speed, failing to pay a toll, disobeying a railroad crossing signal, not stopping at a weight scale, and many other laws is increasing. The goal is to increase profits, not to render justice. And there's no limit to how far the Department of Transportation and its privately run defense contractors will go in their quest for increased revenue.
So this thing right here, this little thing is my vehicle, my electronic licensing right here. That's my electronic licensing. And when I pass underneath, probably like within 100 yards of a weight scale, in just about every single state, this thing will tell me if I'm supposed to just go past it, or if I'm supposed to stop and go inside. And it's actually saved my butt a lot of times, because, you know, sometimes when you're running illegal, it passes you. You don't like to cut it that close. Oh, I'm passing another weigh station here. They gave me a go. Thank God. I really don't want to go there. Yeah, but that weigh station just gave me a clearance to go, so yeah, bye-bye weigh station. That's good. Okay, so I'm here on the road. I'm being pulled over right now. I'm guessing, I just got a clearance for that weight scale, but I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe some kind of malfunction or something. Because this police officer wants me to pull over right now, so I'm pulling over. I don't know what's going on with this guy.
Driver?
Yeah.
Any particular reason why you didn't come into the port?
I got a clearance with my I gotta go with my pre-pass.
Son of a bitch! Okay, I just got fined $200 fucking and I gotta pay it like right now, within 30 minutes. Fucking hate this. I hate this shit. BS, I am never gonna pay off my loans. They don't accept fucking checks. That means I gotta go down to the next freaking truck stop and come back here in 30 minutes. I also have to drop this trailer. Okay, so what you're seeing here is a printout of my driving record. And the date is a little bit later here. A few years later. As you can see, I have a clean driving record, but that shouldn't be like that. The speeding tickets would have gone away by now, but blowing through that weight scale should still be here, and it should be somewhere around here. But it's not there, and the reason for that is because it was not documented in the whole system of things. Obviously, I thought it was a little fishy when the police officer asked for cash only, but that happens all the time. I just wanted to get out of there because, you know, $200 is not as bad as 10,000. And the cop could have found anything wrong with that vehicle, and whatever the cop says, that's set in stone. There's nothing you can do. I mean, of course, you can fight these infractions. You can, but I mean, if you live in Washington like me, and you get the fine in Texas, you have to take work off, pay for a plane ticket, fly down to Texas, fight the ticket in court, and even then, you might not win. You might lose, and then you got to fly all the way back, and then go back to work. So there really isn't anything you can do. $200 is not that bad. It happens all the time. But yeah, what can you do?
Well, the one thing that we try to let the drivers know, and the one thing that the drivers should know before they jump in behind the steering wheel of their truck is that they themselves are responsible for anything on that truck or within that truck or anything that they're hauling prior to driving it. So generally speaking, they know that when they get behind the wheel, that if they get stopped here or roadside, that generally it comes down to them being responsible for whatever fines that they incur.
I'm in Oakland, California, and this is the street right here. This right here, and right behind us is the place I need to back up into. I don't know how the hell this place gets away with it. This is so this has to be illegal. This has to be illegal. I don't know what to do. I don't even. This is crazy. This is just insane. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this, I'm all the way out in the street. This is as far as I can go. Right here. If they loaded me too much, I have to drive all the way back to the shipper just to get loaded again, just to take some weight off, and that would be like hours of work that I would not get paid for. But you know what, that's completely normal. I just scaled out, I just bought this, and I'm weighing 12,920 pounds on the front. That's my steering, that's the front tires, and that's illegal. So if I had gotten called into that weight scale, I would have been fined probably about $1,000, around there, probably about $900. And that would have all been on me just because of one little accident. Still overweight. I just shifted the weight here. It's still 300 pounds overweight. I don't know what to do. Oh. So yeah, I gotta drive all the way back to the shipper and get this trailer all the weight shifted. They put too much weight on the front of the trailer, and now I'm overweight. I've shifted it the axles as far as I can,
and it's still 360 pounds overweight. There's nothing I can do. And this is all work I'm not getting paid for right now. My goodness. You gotta be kidding me. It's amazing how I can even get these loads on time. I'm gonna have to deal with this. I've worked over an hour on this load already and I'm not getting paid for any of this because I get paid by the miles. Yeah, there's nobody down there on Saturdays. It's really hard to get a hold of anybody. This is ridiculous. Okay. There's no luck getting a hold of anybody down at the headquarters, so I'm gonna call the company. Okay, so I'm here at the place I just got loaded at. I came back. I've been arguing with everybody down here to shift the weight, that this is illegal and there's no way I can run. And they're not gonna do it. See, the thing is, I'm weighing 12,360 on the stairs. That's illegal. But what they're saying is because I'm not over 66,000 pounds, I can be legally 12,500 on the stairs. I don't know if that's legal. I just talked to my boss. She said it was illegal. She says I can't be over 12,000 on the stairs. And that's how it's always been with you know, I'm in California right now. They say that the laws are a little bit different. That's what they say here. They say I can be 12,005 if this number right here, if the gross weight is not over 66,000. I don't know what to do. They say they're not going to unload me because they said they're not going to shift the weight because I have nothing to worry about. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do. I have to go. I just don't want to get another fine.
Anybody ever?
I've got a fine one time, an overweight fine one time. Yeah.
Did you pay it? Did you feel you deserved it?
No. I did pay it, but I don't think I deserved it. I think a lot of times what happens is when you go to customers to pick up from customers, there's not always a scale around. And if there's not a scale around, you got to try to get to the next scale, the next closest scale that is. And sometimes it'll run you right through a DOT scale. And you have to pull up on that DOT scale, and if you're overweight, then you get the fine.
That's really very, very hard job. You know, I driving every day maybe 15, 16, 17, 80 hours a day. You know, that's very hard. But I like the job because I'm driving over road, all America, and I like to see everything. And America is a beautiful country, you know, you can see everything, really. You can see from east to west.
So, I have slept 3 hours. I've slept 3 hours in the past 3 days, and I'm very, very tired. And yeah, tonight I get to sleep, so I'm very excited about that. I get to sleep, so it's good times, you know.
Do you feel it's possible to get your load on time and obey all laws?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
It just depends on how much money you want to make.
Do you feel that it's possible to be completely legal and get your stuff on time?
Kind of not. Just depends. We're out here to make money.
Generally, when the brokers or whoever is setting up the load sets up the load, they know whether the truck driver is going to be able to make it on time, averaging out speeds for each state. Generally, especially right now in today's economy where there aren't a lot of loads out there, the drivers should most likely be able to get the loads there on time safely and with time to spare.
So the date is May 22nd. It's about 10 o'clock, about 10:15 p.m. I am about 10 miles south of a city called Kennewick, and I took on Interstate 82, and I took an exit to 114. I'm just taking a break right now. I am running illegally. I have completely run out of legal driving hours. My company gave me this load, and
my company gave me a load that I could not make legally. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I'm supposed to unload tonight at midnight, but I have already run out of legal driving hours, so I'm just going to run illegally and deal with the problems later. I have to deliver in a city called Grandview, Washington, which is about, I'd say about, oh geez, maybe about like 60 miles away. Around there, it's about 60 miles away, so I have to drive that, and if I get pulled over by a cop, or if I get stopped at a weigh station, I am potentially waging thousands of dollars worth of fines, my job, and jail time, just to get this load on time. I have already worked 12 hours today, over 12 hours. And that's trucking. I am here in a city called Prosser, Washington. Not bureaucratically here. By these official government documents, I am not here. But literally I'm here. I put myself as stopping, not even in the state, in a city called Hermiston, Oregon. And that's what city bureaucratically I'm in. And that's my logs for today. And because it's not even, I don't even have enough hours to make this load on time, or or legally, I put myself as being unloaded tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning at, looks like 8:45, right there. So the next couple hours tomorrow, I show me as waking up at 7 o'clock, doing my pre-trip inspection in Hermiston, Oregon, doing my pre-trip inspection, driving an hour and a half, stopping in Grandview, Washington at 8:45 in the morning.
Competition in trucking now is all corporate. Corporations can afford to work for much less than an independent carrier like myself can. They have loads out there right now that aren't even paying fuel costs to independents. And I see independents going away, and I see the big corporations coming in, and the public is the one that's going to suffer in the end, because they're going to be paying higher rates in the future, because they can only deal with the large corporations, and large corporations are going to charge whatever fee they see necessary.
You break a lot of laws on this job?
All the time, man. I've actually, I don't think I've ever, this trailer for one is broken. The trailer that we're driving right now is broken.
Are breaking laws part of your job?
It kind of is, yeah. I would definitely say it is. It really, really is. Breaking laws is a part of the job. You know, and see, the thing is, to be an American and break a law, I mean, in America, we have so many laws here, you know, in America. It's just truck drivers have to associate with the cops every single day, you know, and they enforce, like, every single law. So, I mean, what would this America be like if, you know, we didn't, if the cops enforced every single law?
I think the hours of service are too strict. I think that it would work best if they went back to the old ways where you can break up your hours, you know, and that way you could drive for 5 hours, rest for 5 hours, and go back to the old way they used to do things. I think it would work out. I think that the way they're doing things now, it's harder. It's real tough to make a living sometimes when you're driving a truck, especially for the independent truck drivers, because what they do is you have a set hour. You have that 14-hour period that you have to get everything done in that 14-hour period. Sometimes you go and sit at a customer for 4, maybe 5 hours sometimes, and once that 14-hour clock starts ticking, well, then you're already behind if you've set any time at a customer. So, but other than that, it's tough.
Do you feel that? Do you feel like you have to break rules and break laws just to get the load there on time?
Sometimes I cheat just a little bit, but I stay on top. The company drivers pretty much are regulated through the company. We have a system on board that will actually show how long the truck has been running, how long it's been sitting, and all of that neat stuff. And then you have your driver's logs also. If they don't line up with what the company system says that it ought to be, then they'll call you in and talk with you a couple of times, the first time, maybe the second time, and then after a while they'll probably can you. But
the date is June 18, 2007. I'm gonna do something that I really don't do very often, and I'm going to show you what it's like to run completely bureaucratically legal. So right here I'm taking off 7:45 a.m. Here's my logs. There it is, Rialto, California. It's kind of like 20 miles from LA, Southern California. And because it's Southern California, because the traffic's so congested down here, it took an hour and 45 minutes to drive 33 miles. And I started at Hespera, California. And it took an hour, and this is legal. If I would have done it any other way, if I've been doing it normally, well, it would have been, it would have taken me, I would have put 45 minutes. So I would have put 30 minutes. I would have logged 30 minutes down there. I just got unloaded. It took about, 5 hours. 5 hours to unload. That's actually not too long for, that's kind of normal for a live unload. Typically I just drop my trailer off at a site and then book. But yeah, here's my logbooks. And since I'm doing it legal today, this time, just to show you guys what it's like to do it legal, to do it the bureaucratic way. It took me 5 hours. Typically right there, that would go as off duty, and I would save myself. I would only mark it, typically I would only mark it as a half an hour to unload. But I marked it as 5 hours, so I've just wasted 4.5 hours of driving time. Okay, so, long day. The date is still June 18th, and I'm here at Shafter, California. I am unloaded. There we are, we're right there. That's where we are. It took an hour to unhook. Normally I would only log that down as 15 minutes to drop a trailer and unhook. But I'm just trying to show you what a waste it is to do it this way, the bureaucratic way. The date is June 19th, 2007. And let's like to recap again. Yesterday, I showed you guys what it was like to run completely legal, to run completely bureaucratically. Yeah, and the only thing is, I wasted quite a bit of time doing it that way. So I just got a load. Going back home. I live up in the Seattle area, and I just got a load back home. The only thing is, if I keep my logs with the honest way, I'm not gonna make it back home, and I have to pick up today. And yeah, and I thought to myself, like, you know, why would I screw myself over just to prove this point? You know, just to do something I never do. So I once again, I went back and forged my logs. So here's as you know, here's
That is yesterday's logs. Here is... Whoa. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's a tractor. Holy jeez. Here's yesterday's logs, and here's today. I mean, not today's, but this is the brand new forged logs. This is the logs. This is honest. This is slightly different. This is reality. This is bureaucracy. So I'm here in California right now. You see the speed limit for vehicles is 70 miles per hour. The speed limit for trucks is 55 miles per hour. That's a 15-mile difference. I'm going about 68 miles per hour right now. I'm heading down a hill. I cannot go 55. When you are a truck driver, you have to make a pact. You have to tell yourself, you know, are you going to give concern about the law or morality? Let me tell you something, a big hazard on the road is someone going too slow. Someone going too slow is almost a bigger hazard than someone going too fast. When you become a truck driver, you have to make that decision. Are you going to give concern about the law, or are you going to care about people? So, today's May 30th. I'm on the Interstate 5, and you know, we're going downhill, and there was a whole line of trucks. I was behind one of the trucks, and probably 5 trucks ahead, a guy braked because he saw a police officer, and then probably the guy behind him braked too, and the guy behind him. Well, when it finally got to me, I had to swerve my truck just to keep from hitting the guy in front of me because I was too close. Because everybody's going so slow. I mean, it's because we're going downhill. I'm as going slow as anybody else. But I didn't know the speed limit was 45. I just got a fine by the cops. Yeah. So frustrating. I don't know how much it is because I'm supposed to call a number. Yeah, hi. This is Joseph Brown. I was fined by a highway cop probably about like 2 weeks ago.
You received a citation?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the citation or docket number?
It's 42137.
There's 2 letters behind it?
DN.
Okay, and how can I help you today, Mr. Brown?
Well, I'm supposed to call you guys to figure out how much it is and stuff like
$380.
$380?
Yes, sir. And it's due in the office by July 3rd.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it's not all bad, really. I'm here in Utah at the Bonneville Flats, and just looking at this makes it all. Sometimes looking at this makes it all kind of just go away, you know. All the chaos of the road and just being on the road and all the bureaucracy. It's beautiful, you know. It's so beautiful. It's kind of unique. I don't think there's any place like this really anywhere else on this world. Right out there, somebody has driven a vehicle 800 miles per hour. That's 800 miles per hour, and I bet the DOT didn't find him. Yep, I can get fined for this right here. I can get fined for being in the wrong lane. I'm supposed to be in the far right lane or the second lane over. I'm not supposed to be in this third lane. I can get fined for being in the wrong lane.
Fined. Unfortunately, let's see. Yeah, I got a couple of fines.
Yeah, did you pay them?
Yeah, driving in the wrong lane. That's my biggest violation. Driving in the wrong lane.
Is that the far left lane?
Actually, it's pretty pathetic. I was in the number 3 lane in the state of California, and the law is you're supposed to be in the right lane. But if you look at all the trucks out there, no one really stays in the far right lane. So I got pulled over, and I got a nice $360 fine for driving in the number 3 lane, which is pretty pathetic.
Yeah. You feel it's a pretty just law?
No, absolutely not, because, you know, there's a lot of vehicles merging and getting on the freeway, and I thought I was doing the right thing by just, you know, staying out of everybody's way and driving on the, you know, the next lane over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I got pulled over by CHP. And
did you pay the fine?
Yes.
Why did you pay the fine?
Because it was a simple safety violation for a mud flap missing.
Do you feel it was a just fine, or?
No, I don't think it was just when the truck stop was a half mile down the road. And it was a simple fix.
Do you think the DOT is fair?
No. And another one was 2 days ago out of California. I just picked up the load that I was bringing up here to Portland. The officer turned around and pulled me over because my windows were too tinted. And he's going, I don't know what Washington state law is, but I just pulled you over because I just thought that your windows were too tinted. And I realize now that you're a Washington driver with a Washington state truck. But since I already have you pulled over, I'm going to go ahead and do a level 2 inspection on you. And he turned around and searched the truck. He did the tires, the whole brakes, the whole 9 yards. And the only thing he turned around and found out of it was that my fire extinguisher didn't have a gauge on it. So he turned around and wrote me up for a faulty fire extinguisher.
I'm still waiting here. I'm getting really nervous. I don't know. I've been here for like 20, 30 minutes now. I don't know what's going on. I'm starting to get really nervous. I think he might, because any cop could find something wrong, illegal about every single trailer, truck, anything. They can just find anything. I mean, it's just, a trucker is pretty much painted up into a corner all the time. And you know what? It's really just the luck of the draw. It really is just the luck of the draw that he caught me going that. I had no idea I was going this. I had no idea I was going over the speed limit. I didn't even know. I didn't even know the speed limit. I was too busy paying attention to the road to look at the signs. But yeah, it is just the luck of the draw that he caught me. All these other truckers right here, I mean, every single trucker out there, I mean, is not going the speed limit. I mean, every single trucker they're going 50, 60 miles per hour. You know, I mean, it just doesn't matter. I mean, it just really depends on how much you're loaded. You know, if I was loaded, if I only had like 10,000 pounds on, I mean, my Jake brake could handle, you know. I mean, look at that guy right there. That guy is going 55 miles per hour right there. That truck that just passed. That was kind of not too bad. Here's my fine, $126.
I think DOT need to help us, you know, but DOT just looking for money, you know. They're just for money, 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 money. But sometimes if I need help from DOT, you know, I don't believe in the for help. They need only money, you know. I paid a lot of times fine, you know, for nothing. But I can't talk with police, with the police officer, with DOT, you know, and because they are always right, you know. But I spend a lot of money for fine. Sometimes I'm guilty, okay, but sometimes that's not fair. Really, they're just money, money, money.
Would you do it all again if you could?
20 years ago, yeah. This day and age, no.
This day and age, no?
No. They took everything away from us, so you can't make a buck.
The rates are cut so bad you barely got enough to get fuel and cover your expenses to even make it from point A to point B.
Do you like your job?
Oh, I love my job. I just don't like the financial status of it. There isn't any there.
And where does all the money from the fines go? Generally, it goes into a general fund, and then it's divided up percentage-wise from there. That goes beyond what I know. I know that a certain amount of it, a good portion of it, goes to the county that we're in, and then it gets divvied up from there into the general fund.
Do you feel that truck drivers generally make as much as they deserve, make as much money?
No, I don't believe they do. I think what the public don't understand is it costs us about $200 a week to live out here. And when you subtract that from our paycheck, well, there isn't a lot left over anymore.
So what I have here is it's a printout of my earnings statement. This is the most up-to-date. I've been with the company for about 10 to 11 months right now. And if you could see there, right there, this is my net. I don't know if you can see that, but there's my net pay right there. And it says $16,389.95. And yeah, that's how much I made in about 10 to 11 months, about 10 and a half months. Yep. It's me right there.
Well, I can see more regulation coming all the time, and I feel sorry for some of the young drivers that are going to have to live with that in the future.
See, where do you see the future of trucking going?
Well, you know, I think it's still, I mean, if you stop and think about it, everything that goes on your table or in your house or stuff like that, even at the fuel station, comes in by truck. So I just think that it's a real great future. I think strong future. I think that a lot of companies, though, what they'll try to do is cut ways to not have to hire more drivers or not really pay drivers. The company that I work for pays me pretty good, though. But there are some companies out there that really don't. They try to skimp, and they don't really. They'll pay a driver who's just come into the industry before they'll pay somebody who's already been in for 12, 13 years.
I guess where do you see the future of trucking going?
I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. It's not getting better. Yeah. It's not getting better. There's more regulations coming on, and freight rates are getting cheaper. Fuel's getting higher. Wages aren't going up.
Well, I really don't know where it's going because it's so unpredictable anymore because so many government changes and regulations.
Would you do it again if you had to?
The truck driving?
Yeah.
No, no, I wouldn't. No, too many laws, man. It's just too many laws. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no on that. Yeah, it's impossible to follow all these, follow every single law, you know? So I have to say no.
miles to my home. 18 wheels can't catch one break. Traffic jam all by yourself after all I just got paid, and the DOT takes it all away. Isolated on these streets, the one person I stop to meet has a badge on his chest. He pushed my face into the street, and I just say, just sigh.